Good morning, everybody. It's about 7:50 in the morning on Saturday, my birthday. Hooray! Going out to hit yard sales. I know there's a couple in my area that are starting at 8 o'clock, including a church yard sale, so I'm heading there now. I got off to a little bit of a later start than I wanted to, mainly because I worked last night and didn't get home till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm kind of tired. Not a real good excuse, but it is what it is. So I'm heading there now, and then I'm going to kind of freestyle from there. I'll check out the app and see what's in the area. This should be, it's a beautiful, gorgeous day out right now, and it's supposed to only get better. So hopefully there'll be some stuff. Hopefully I'll find some stuff, and we'll see. So check out the video, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
It actually brings more interference in.
Yeah, they say not to run the wire to stretch each other too and stuff like that. Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you about that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I won't forget that. I seen this thing in the grave digger back in the 90s when it was over in rental. The guys were out. The grave digger.
They're actually in town today. They're at the Joint Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? So it's almost 10:30. I've hit about 10 plus yard sales. I've found a couple things, nothing super crazy. This one, it's kind of hard to see behind me here. Walked up and he had a couple games. These for basically 50 cents a piece and 3 PS3 controllers. Paid $2 for all that, which was cool. I got a box at another yard sale. I wanted to get footage, but it was kind of tough because I was standing right there talking to her the entire time. Apparently I just missed some stuff, but I don't know why the guy didn't grab this. She said, I asked what I was looking for. I said video games. She's like, well, and as I'm saying it, I'm looking down and there's a box full of stuff. I had a PS2, a PS1, GameCube with the box. It is missing the wires, unfortunately. The box is a little beat up, but not too bad. And there was also a Game Boy with a bag. It's an original Game Boy, and it had 5 games. So she said the guy kind of cleaned her out, and then I asked what he took, and she basically said, I don't know, like a system or two, and it wasn't even anything special. So I don't know, but the Game Boy hopefully will clean up. But there was 4 games: Kirby's Dream Land, Ren and Stimpy Space Cadet, Zelda, Wave Race, and there was also Dr. Mario in the system itself. The system is a little corroded, but hopefully it'll clean up. A couple other things, but nothing super crazy. I picked up a P90X to flip. Paid like $2 for it, and it came with all the discs and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna try to hit up 2 more on my way home for sure. But being 10:30, I don't know what I'll find. All right, guys, see ya.
Now that I look at it, dude, I already put my coffee down and lost it. Thank you.
I told you it wasn't gonna take long.
The Mario one?
Yeah.
I can do 10 for you.
Oh, it's got Zelda on it.
Zelda on it, dude. I can't pass that.
What is this?
I don't know, bro. That
It
thing
looks like
looks.
it was like ordered, like
Oh, dude, that thing
purchased.
looks.
Like
Yeah.
It does look pretty badass, bro.
What do you want on it, Josh?
I was trying to sell this a lot.
Oh, okay.
As oh, with the games.
Yeah,
Do you have a 10 on you?
I do.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back for some of those Battle Bees.
All the sweets I get.
What are you getting on your NES?
That says this time around.
Well,
How much?
Oh, the NES.
Yeah.
It works good. Both controllers and wires. I'm trying to get at least 20.
Okay.
Dude, I just want that. That's a badass poster. I don't know why I like it.
What?
The like Dragon Slayer poster over there.
Good deal.
No. I'm already pushing mine. What is Wall Street Kid?
$8 to me.
That was probably the best answer I've heard all day.
I never heard of it.
What's
I could do
better music than this shit.
is this? Are you guys mixed?
Yeah.
A lot more games than I thought.
That's correct. $150. $150 piece. They don't make it no more.
No, it's actually really nice.
All shit.
All sports? Yeah, we're gonna once he's bundled with this, you know, and then
I appreciate the info, man. That's fucking sweet.
I think it's $5 for those.
What you doing over here?
Right there.
How much is that box usually?
The whole box, $10. Is that good? What's cheap for you?
I'm cheap. I'm poor.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with the whole box?
What do you get the whole box for?
Tomb Raider? Do you need another one?
Yeah,
I do, but
Two and three?
exactly. Well, said 10. What is good deal?
I'll give it 5.
5 since you hold it.
$3?
In the box. Yeah, $5. Take it.
Who would have wore?
I believe you. Then.
$3.
Total?
Wow, you want all of them?
No, just the two.
Oh, that's the two. I'll do 5 gold. That's fine.
All right. Do you have anything I can put them in?
Take one of these.
Go put in my bag.
I'll put it in my lunchbox.
I'm a sucker for boxes.
I'm a sucker for that game.
Sucker for that game, he says.
Dude, I'm a sucker for this whole box.
So I'll double your money.
Dude, I wouldn't have blown my load on all that other shit.
I like this. I remember we rented this from Blockbuster when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then my parents went out and bought it for us.
Blockbuster, man. Oh god, I remember that.
Oh, this box is a little bit sun faded, but that's not bad. Slight.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah, I don't care. It wouldn't bother me at all either.
You got a.
He's keeping that one.
I says, well, you call a Walmart and they're no. Just like the guy keeps yelling across from us. The guy across from us keeps yelling, this is a flea market, not a free, flea market.
$20,
25. Box is beat, but
it would be within that price. It's only a $15 game, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it should be 20.
Huh?
It should be 20. I know it's like in mint shape, like 30 pounds, 30.
His head is really.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin here. Hope you liked the footage, and now for the recaps for what I got over the past couple days. The week itself was kind of dead. Savers had a whole lot of nothing. Goodwill had a whole lot of nothing. And also, it was a very busy week for me. I worked my regular job and my second job all week, so didn't have a lot of time for hunting anyway. We're going to dive right in. Saturday morning yesterday, I went out to a bunch of yard sales, asked normal questions. I got a couple things from asking, and a couple, other ones were just kind of looked at you kind of funny. The first one was actually not video game related. Was a recouper. These are really good recoupers, guys, if you come across them. I got a copy of P90X. It is complete, but also came with a bunch of, it came with 4 other P90X discs. So these usually sell for like 30 to 40 bucks complete, and it also has the guide that comes with it too. Paid $2 for that. So if you see them, make sure you pick them up. Easy flip, easy money. After that, I went to a couple other yard sales, and I ran across one where apparently I grew up with the family, or at least knew them when I was younger. We went to church together. The mother recognized me somehow, and I haven't seen her in probably about 20 years. So that was kind of funny. But I talked to the two sons there that were a little bit younger than me, and they had some. I asked him if they had games, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I might have some." So we went and dug through a bunch of stuff, and he had a stack of games. He also gave me a third-party PS3 controller. I don't know if it works or not. Haven't tested any of this stuff. There was a bunch of games. There's a couple PS1 games like NFL Game Day. There was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of like the demo discs that you can get out of the magazines. You can put those there. And then a handful of games that had their cases. Let's see. Cool Borders 4, which is kind of cool. I don't think I have that one. What is this? WCW Mayhem with Goldberg on the front. Beyblades, Let It Rip, or Beyblade. Bowling. Namco Museum Volume 1, which I think I have this, but I don't think I have it with the manual, so that was pretty cool. Frogger 2, and what is this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories by Konami. And that's complete as well. It was kind of cool. I asked what they wanted for it. He said, just take them. He was going to give them away to other people that asked, and I happened to be the first one that asked, so awesome. Thanks, guys, very much if you watch this video. Going along other yard sales, it was a nice day. Not a lot of yard sales that had games. I stopped at a fair few, and either people said they didn't have any, or they had stuff like the Leapfrog and little kids games, and not something we want. So went to another one, and asked, walked up, and the guy had a bunch of DVDs and a few PS3 games sitting there. I grabbed 2 of them, and I don't think I have either of them, but either way, I got Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days and Diablo 3. And then I asked if he had any more video game stuff, and he said not that he's selling. He had a PS3 that he keeps and his son plays with, but he had these sitting on the table behind me, behind where I was standing when I asked. 3 PS3 controllers. For the 3 controllers and 2 games, he sold them to me for $2. So that was a nice day, or a nice stop. And I believe both these games are going into the collection, which will be cool, unless I can find the Diablo Ultimate Collection. I think it's the Ultimate one. Yeah, it's got like all the added bonus content on it. Anyway, moving forward. So, following signs, and I stop at this yard sale. I pull up, and it's down in a cul-de-sac. Excuse me, sorry. I'm starting to walk to the woman's house. It's very polite and everything. She's saying, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, good. So, as she's asking me what I'm looking for, I started to say video games, and I'm like, well, right, what at your feet? There was a box of the first thing I saw was a Nintendo GameCube, and then there was also a PS1 and a fat PS2, some controllers and wires, and in a bag. So I asked her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, some guy was just here and cleaned me out." And I'm like, "Oh great, what did I just miss?" And I asked her, and she said, I forgot exactly what she said, but whatever it wasn't anything crazy. And he took basically a lot of wires and controllers. And I was like, okay. So she had 2 things that I wanted. And I asked her, and she's like, well, make me an offer. And I honestly hate when people say make me an offer, because it can lead to people getting angry or whatever. So I kind of poked around with these things for a few minutes, and then I threw out an offer of $20, and she took it. So I got a GameCube with the box. It does have a rip there, or here. There's no inserts. It's missing the power brick, which I have one, and it was missing the AV cable, which is easy to get. But that and this little bag here. So this little bag here if I can get it out, is a original Game Boy. So the Game Boy I haven't done anything with yet. I don't know if it's going to work, to be honest with you. I have to pull it apart and clean it because it is grungy. Let me pull this back out. So, original Game Boy. The screen's actually really nice. The battery compartment is dirty. It's green, corroded. The spot where the game goes in the back is green and corroded as well. So hopefully I can clean this up and get it to work. But even if not, the games actually, you know, would end up paying for everything if I didn't get rid of them. I think I'm keeping probably 1 or 2 of these. The game that was in the system is Dr. Mario. There was, let's see if I can take these out real quick. Wave Race. Come on. I hate these little cases, by the way. You never seem to open them. Ren and Stimpy Space Cadet. The 2 best games in there is Kirby's Dream Land and, come on, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which also was the only one that had a manual. So that was cool. I was very happy to come across some retro stuff after somebody left it behind. So I don't know if maybe they weren't looking for retro stuff or they weren't looking for a Game Boy or what. But most people who ask for video games aren't going to leave that kind of stuff behind. Even though the GameCube box was beat up, it was still cool to find. And, I mean, it was cheap. So, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to, you know, get all upset about it. So on my way home, after stopping at a couple more yard sales and even a indoor sale where I asked if they had video games, she goes, yes, I sold that yesterday. Said she had an original Nintendo with a bunch of games with the box, and then I just kind of was upset because it was something I missed. But hey, you know, it is what it is. So I stopped at another sale near my house on my way home, and I, you know, did the, hey, do you guys have any video games? And she's like, well, my dad might have some. So she went up and they came down with 2 stacks of games. This one I actually found on the table while I was waiting for her to come down was Skyrim, the Greatest Hits. And this was kind of funny because I asked if they had any other PlayStation stuff, and she said no, but they had this one random game. But, yeah, it is what it is. And then the 2 other games that I got off of this guy, I paid $4 a piece. The case on this is kind of beat. I don't know anything about it, but it looked interesting, and I figured, hey, why not? Is Gunmetal from Mech to Jet and back. So that was kind of cool. I don't really do much Xbox stuff, but he pulled it down, so I kind of wanted to make sure I got something. And this one I've actually been looking for a while. I'd prefer the PS2 version, so if anybody has it, I'd swap you for this. It doesn't have the manual, but aside from that, it looks pretty clean. It is Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. As you guys know, I'm a big Fallout fan, so finding this was really cool. I wish it had had the manual with it, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And paying $4 for it is nice because it goes for, like, I think this version goes for about 20 bucks-ish. It's not as much as the PS2 version. But yeah, so that was my Saturday going around. I think I left at like just before 8 o'clock and went to a bunch of places and got some stuff. It was nice. I feel like that was the first time this summer that when I've gone to yard sales, I've gotten much of anything. Flea markets weren't too bad today. I left a lot of stuff behind I probably should have picked up. I left behind an NES that was pretty cheap. He said it worked, but for some reason I just didn't feel like pulling the trigger on it. I don't have a good reason why, but I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you just rather save your money than spend it. But anyway, I got a couple things at Seekonk, and then I went over to Random by myself because Grant went off to the air show today. So at Seekonk for $1, I got Wipeout 3 on the PS1. I got, from my buddy Justin, I got a manual for Ninja Gaiden Sigma on the PS3. Because I have one here, but it didn't have a manual, so now it does. And I got 2 PS3 games off from disc only. I hadn't heard of either of these, so I figured why not. I'd prefer the cases, but not a huge deal. I got Rise of the Argonauts and Shadows of the Damned. I don't know either of those games. If they're good or not, definitely let me know. But Shadow of the Damned, for some reason, caught my eye. At least the name of it, anyway. A couple other things. I got this off another guy that I bought a bunch of stuff from, and I think I actually have a box for it. Is because I think this came in a big box. Is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. I'm assuming it's a fighting game, kind of like Smash Brothers is what it looks like, but with like PlayStation characters. Yeah, multiplayer madness. Yeah, that was kind of cool to pick up. Paid like $3 for it. That was nice. I asked him how much, and he's like, looks at me like he's gonna ask what do you want to pay, and I'm like, I'll give you $3. He's like, fine. Nice guy. I've dealt with him many times for the past couple of years. And then went to, like I said, went to Rainham without Grant. Was a gorgeous day outside. Didn't find very much. I found a couple things that were priced too high. Like I found a copy of Simpsons Wrestling on the PS1 that I wanted to get, but the guy had it for $15 and he didn't want to come down at all. I went back on my way out to the car for it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I sold it." It is what it is. If somebody wanted to pay the $15, I didn't. That's fine. Walking around, I don't think I got either of these on footage because I'm pretty sure my battery died at this point. I got this guy for $2 off of a table. No idea if it works or not. But as we all know, or most of us probably know, these sell to GameStop for like $16. So that was a nice little pickup there. And then a game I've been looking for a while. One of the guys that I deal with quite a bit often has their resellers. They have a video game store there, and they also have a real store, so they bring stuff in. I've been looking for this game for a while. I didn't want to pay a lot for it because I figured it's something I could come across. It's not hard to find by any means, but it's still like a $15 game. The box is beat up, so he gave it to me for $15. So it's basically paid retail for the game, but got the manual and box as well. Let me pull that out. But Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Like I said, the box has seen much better days, but the art is still nice. It still pops. And then, obviously, the cart. And, if I can hold it, the manual. This is something I've been wanting for a while. I have very fond memories of it from when I was a kid. I remember renting it at Blockbuster and various other rental stores that they used to have around before they no longer existed. So, that was my past 2 days. Definitely better than last week as far as video games go. I got some nice stuff, some stuff that I can definitely make my money back on, and a couple cool things for the collection. So as always, if you guys see anything here that you like, definitely let me know. I don't know, if the Brotherhood of Steel is definitely staying with me, and the Chippendale is definitely staying with me. Everything else is probably gonna go. But I can't guarantee it. But hey, just ask if you see something you like. I appreciate you guys watching. I did obviously see quite a few of you noticed my contest that is only in this part of the video, so I appreciate you guys checking that out. My random winner of the week was MT Shark 7. So if you want to hit me up, Mark, I'm glad that you won. It was all random done, and it just happened to fall that way. So we're gonna do this again. And basically, let's see, what are we going to do this time? I don't know. Let's just say Sunday Fun Day. Just put Sunday Fun Day down in the comments below so I know that you watched the whole video to the end. So we'll do the random video game giveaway that way. Once you hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, if you win, I'll give you an option of a couple different systems to choose from for what I have in my backlog, and then I will send that your way. We did also break, wow, I can't think today, I'm sorry guys, I'm running on really not a lot of sleep. We broke 2,800 subscribers this week, which is awesome. I really appreciate all you new guys who are here to watch, and obviously everybody who's been here since since I started, 2 years in, and 2,800. Never thought I was gonna get that high, just rambling to the camera like I am now, 16 minutes in. But you guys know how I am and how it goes at this point. I do have to work in a little bit, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. But yeah, so if you guys see anything you like, let me know. As usual, check out my Instagram, my Facebook page, all my past videos, and my other media accounts. If you need to get in touch with me, Instagram and Facebook is the best way to do it. Facebook's always the best way to do it because it notifies me on my phone. MT Shark 7, don't forget to hit me up on your contest winnings. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. Happy Monday. Peace out.